Okay. Got a bad ignore. Yeah, bad time to ignore. Let's see. So we could play a Slav. Haven't played one in a while. Okay, I'll just do the regular triangle here. Develop. Go into the Moran variation, unless he takes, in which case we'll play this version. So this is okay for me, I think. Gonna get castled here. And be wary of the this leads to a bunch of nothing. Got to be wary of the what's that called? The Greek gift sacrifice here, which is why you need to keep the knight here. So when he pushes the pawn, pushes the e-pawn, you have to take it pretty much. And now that eliminates the idea of the Greek gift sacrifice. What's this guy's rating? 1743. It's not very good. Not his rating, I mean, but the way he's playing. It's like those exchanges were bad for him, actually. Okay, but what do I do now? I've got to develop my light squared bishop and then get a rook over here. So I put a rook here, bishop here, pull this one back out of the way. So he's going to mate me. I see. He got rid of the knight because he thinks I will miss the mate threat. But I'm going to notice it this time. I'm going to notice my opponent's threat. Queen f4. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I could make a threat here too, but he's defending it with his knight. I could put my bishop here and then play queen f4 with the threat of taking his knight and then mating. Okay, now his idea has failed. Yeah, I can step up here. I like this. Could also put the bishop here. Maybe that would be better. So he puts the knight there. I take, he takes. Let's get the other rook in the game here. Let's see, he's going to go there. The knight there. I think I've got them all covered. So bishop to d5 here will pin the knight. And blockade this pawn and set up maybe some threats on his king. Could happen. But if I just take it, he takes back with a pawn. It's got two defenders and two attackers, so it just doesn't work. Maybe I should do something else with this dark squared bishop. I could put it over here, but he could lift the rook. If I go here, here, there. Okay, I guess I have to do this. Take knight for pawn. Yeah, I was looking at that, but I didn't see a way to do that, actually. So there goes the queen, but also there goes his mate threat, so... Should be a good endgame for me because of his isolated pawn here. I did create one weakness here, so maybe he can exploit that. Let's see, if I push this pawn, he'll probably go back here, and I could take it at this point. He would eventually get a pawn here, either before the rook takes or after. When his queen left, it opened up that possibility, I see. Well, I think it'll maybe close off this file here and activate my rook. So he wants to take my bishop. I don't think I want to allow that. Check here. You know, this bishop is hitting over here. Maybe I had a chance to trade rooks and then take this pawn. Well, he went back there. I was a bit surprised. So I can go forward. When I trade rooks now, I can take with the king and keep this pawn defended. Check loses bishop. Oh, this check. Yeah, this check. I noticed the knight is defending that square. I did notice that. So he's provoking some pawn weaknesses on my part. Okay, let's attack this pawn here. He's going to trade off bishops, I guess. I don't want to trade and open this file for his rook, so. Now he has to defend here. I can attack with the bishop too. But as I said, he created these pawn weaknesses here. So he's offering to trade. Yeah, I probably don't have anything better. Now, what should I do? What should I do? Here? Maybe move this with the tempo on the knight and threaten this guy. Or we could bring the rook over here, pin that knight, and then take it. You think that was the right thing to do, to trade? Okay, yeah, probably have to get rid of that. Probably have to get rid of that because this is hanging. And now I go here. He'll take my rook, I guess. Let's go here first. I'm expecting him to just push that pawn, but maybe he's got another idea. He could attack this pawn and then we trade some more. I know I've got some pressure over here, but he can just push it forward as it stands now. Yeah, I was able to drive him back in the corner a little bit. Okay, what can I do, though? I can't really drive his rook anywhere, can I? Ah, yeah, that was the one I didn't want to play. Because his trade is probably good for him. But my king is active at least. But it created a weak pawn here. Which he could still take advantage of with his knight. Let's push this guy here. That would stop his knight from coming to this square. Okay, so we can go here. Go there with check. I didn't do that. Anyway, let's step aside here. So my bishop has some scope. Let's drive his king back. There, the knight has no moves now. Okay, let me have this pawn. And so let's see if we can keep a lock on his knight. He resigned. Time is the biggest thing. I had a minute left. He had 30 seconds. And he resigned. What does the computer think of this position? Is this a draw or is this a win? This is a win. Okay, and if we back up to here before he moved the king away, it's still winning for me. So I'm kind of slowly... I really have much more space than my opponent, even in this position. So the material is even. Until I got the pawn drawn, but the computer doesn't agree. It says I'm winning anyway. I mean, the thing is, he's very restricted here. He should have moved the king back. Maybe I can't really win this, but the computer seems optimistic. Draw earlier. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. Okay, let's turn this off. Let's get back and play another game. Okay, not king to e4. That's not a move. Aha. Got the old Petrov defense. The Stafford Gambit. So anyway, that's to stop the knight from coming here. It looks like he wants to put his knight there anyway and dare me to take it. Well, if I go here and he goes there, I think I probably can take it. Don't believe that sacrifice will be good at this point. Normally they bring their queen out here. And I would defend with my queen. I would move to, you know, this square or this square. So he wants to play a little differently. One thing I've learned about the Stafford Gambit is you shouldn't castle too soon. So let's start by bringing the queen out. That's to support the bishop. Bring the bishop here. Hey, DJ Charlemagne, thank you for the follow. I should turn back on my overlays so we get some action on the screen when somebody follows me. And there's just a new release of OBS that came out. I guess it's a good time to do that. Okay, so I protected that. So now if he puts the knight here and I can't, and I feel it's not safe to take it, I can just ignore it. Oh, okay, he wants to take back with a pawn over here, open up a line for his rook. It looks like he's not intending on castling. What does this mean for me? Well, since the dark squared bishop is over there, I could put the queen over here. I started playing chess when I was a kid, so I've been playing for a long time. Or I could just castle. Puts my rook opposite his queen. I don't know, there might be something going on at this square. Like if he puts the knight here and I take it and he puts the bishop here, and I move the queen out of the way, then he can take the rook. If he puts the knight here and I ignore it, I decide to castle on this side. So it's less likely that anything interesting will happen here then. So let's push these pawns. I really don't want to take this bishop now and open up a rook onto my king's castled position. Now I could take the bishop. Okay, so if I push, he takes, I take. It's defended by 3 pieces, queen, knight, and rook, and it's attacked by 3 pieces, queen, bishop, and knight. So how would that play out? Knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes, queen takes. Yeah, that would work fine. Let's push here. Get rid of this bishop. Do I prefer playing live or internet? Well, I used to play live or over the board. So I take this bishop, and we'll take with this pawn. And that will open up a C file here. And I did enjoy it quite a bit, but I'm not playing over the board anymore. I think since COVID, I basically stopped playing over the board. And okay, let's think about this. What do I want to do here? Well, let's get the bishop out anyway. I decided to take there. Okay. That's a check, so I have to respond. His queen still needs to move. But he got rid of the bishop. The bishop, I was thinking I could put it on that square and chase his queen away from that square. And he traded it off. If he threatens my queen with the rook, I can just take his queen because rook takes. I get the rook back. But yeah, he went there. So now I can go here with the knight, or here. And he also undefended his bishop. I wonder if there's a way to exploit that, like here. Yeah, he backed up with the queen. So pawn here would open up some lines. Knight here, I can take it. My bishop is not hanging. This pawn is under fire. Time. That's the main thing here, I guess. But yeah, sometimes you should just fire. Yeah, playing over the board is fun. Aha. He thinks sacrificing the knight is a good idea? Why does he think that? I just don't understand. I'm not being facetious or anything. Okay. He resigned after that. Yeah, that was strange. Because, it was, I thought I had a good position, but yeah, let's go to the analysis board again. See what the computer thinks. Before that knight takes move, I mean, the material is even. I've got active pieces, but yeah, it gives me a +2 advantage. That's, something that could eventually become a win, but nothing immediate. Okay, well, that was a good game. Let's go back to here and get a new opponent. One of the good things about you went back to your old chess club after 20 years. I was going to say one of the good things about playing online is you do meet a lot of different opponents. So you get different styles. If you play at the chess club, I a chess club I used to go to, you play the same people over and over. And so you get used to their tricks. Sometimes they try out new wrinkles. So he's playing this like a Vienna game. But I guess this is just a bishop's opening. I think that's the thing you call it. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here. Don't play that often. The worst thing to do is to play against the same player. Yeah, I think that's true. It can develop bad habits. Okay, so he's got a lock on the d5 square, I guess. I mean, I could play c6 here. But I don't think I'll ever be able to play d5. Hey, let's start with c6. So let's see what his reaction is. I mean, I can always follow up with his reaction is to do nothing. Anyway, if I put my bishop out here, I'll probably play here, but I could take. Bring out the knight. I could defend. Let's just put the bishop here. I played against a pal for a few years, and I played the Queen's Gambit every game. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that can happen. Ah, okay, so now this is like a Vienna game, which is the knight out here. So now the normal response to f4 is to play d5, or a possible response. And does that work here? It doesn't work here because he's got this pawn. See, normally then he takes and you take. So if I play d4 and he takes, so I can take his bishop. If he takes the pawn, I can take back. If he takes the knight, then I can take. And then I don't have a knight here. Yeah, I think I can play d4. So he does that. Well, let's keep developing then. He's got a very undeveloped position here. But there may be some tactical justification for it, I don't know. So yeah, he wants to bring the queen here. Yeah, if I bring my queen up, he'll maybe put his knight here. I can drop my queen back to this square. It's a bit funny. And he can put this bishop here. Let's just move the knight and castle. Anyway, I didn't want to help him ease his development here. Ah, he decided to castle. Okay. Maybe I should push these queenside pawns here. And then I can push this one. Because it drives this knight back. Then I can put my bishop here. I can't put my bishop there. I was thinking I would have to go back here, but I forgot I was vacating this square. Typical mistake. Yeah, I need to get rid of it. defend the pawn, and then next I will be attacking his rook. Somehow, in some way or other. So he's going to try and overpower me on this square, huh? He can move. No, he has no square. He has no safe square for that rook. Can't stay there. He can take the pawn, but that requires giving up the exchange. There's a check here, which actually defends the pawn. I didn't notice that until after he played this move, but that justifies this line of play. So if he takes with the bishop, I'll trade, and then I'll play a check. So he won a pawn but lost a knight, so should be good for me. Just don't do anything ridiculous and I'll be okay, huh? Okay, my light squared bishop is hanging. Doesn't have too many good squares, does it? I think I would like to... guess I have to defend it. Also, I mean, if I wanted to keep this pawn too. I can't do that. So this is hanging again. If I go here, he takes, I take. I guess it's okay. Not ideal, but good enough. Because the queen guards this square, and the rook guards this square, and the knight guards this square even. So there's no mate there. Pawns guard these two squares. I had the rook in check. Oh, I missed it. Right there, yeah. He couldn't move his queen. He threatened my bishop, but I could take the rook with check and then take his bishop. Yeah, that would have ended the game pretty quickly, huh? Okay, so we went there with the queen to try and harass my knight. So where's the queen? Where's the knight go? It goes here, 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 here. Well, that's ugly. How about I go here, threatening to take his rook? So if he takes my knight, I take his rook. And if the rook moves off that square, then I can move my knight somewhere. So I'm just a piece up. He's got no potential here. Just got to move quickly enough to not lose on time, and I'll be all right. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just a piece for a pawn. Just bring my queen over so I can develop my knight without blocking blocking things. Yeah, this will force the queen to move. Oh, he's going to be annoying, isn't he? Well, my queen's defended there, so it's okay. Next, the knight can go here. Time, yeah. He's trying to make me lose on time here, that's for sure. Knight here, or here. Check here and here. In case the queen steps over here. That would be nice. He tries the pawn swarm. Yeah, queen and knight is a good combination. Very true. Okay, let's step up here. I want to push this pawn forward, see? He could put his queen here, but that loses this pawn. And don't mind a queen trade. Well, he can take the pawn, but I can take a pawn. He can take a second pawn, but then I can start delivering checks. Should be pretty good. And the main thing is, it was fast. Okay, let's get my king over here. Stop the old pawn swarm. Okay. Oh, he went back, huh? That's good. I like it when they go backwards. Okay, let's reduce this to one pawn here. Get inside the square of the pawn. Okay, now we need to get this pawn. How do we do that? Just take it. Okay, now this is clearly winning. And he resigned. Okay, yeah, I just have to move confidently. Your opponent will sometimes resign. Well, it's a maiden 13. So he was right to resign, but he could have struggled on more. He has all those pawns. Say pushes. I get a queen. He keeps pushing. What, I'd probably do something like this. Well, the computer's just giving away pawns now. So, but yeah, I guess I can stop him in time. He didn't fancy the battle. Yeah, it was not a good battle for him. Okay, new opponent. Okay, let's switch to d4. I played e4 already. Oh, the old Dutch defense. So this is not a Leningrad Dutch. This is like a classical Dutch with the pawn on e6. And then he played c5. Okay, so if I push this pawn, takes, I take, I keep that pawn, right? It's an unusual way of playing the Dutch. Normally they play in a more relaxed fashion. With the pawns here, you know, putting them on the third row. That's the line I'm familiar with anyway. Okay, we'll get the bishop there. So I'd like to try and get pressure on this pawn. Let's see what's possible. This knight could go here, but this square is covered. The bishop could go here, but then it could get kicked too. Yeah, I'm just wondering. Maybe I should play e4. He can take it, and then I'll be left with an isolated pawn, but maybe it's a good isolated pawn. Now, I take, he takes here. Okay, we'll go slowly. We will go slowly here. I'm just going to develop my knight here in castle. Hey, Master John, how's it going? What's going on lately? I've just been very busy, so I can only stream occasionally. But when I do, it's fun. I'm slowly improving. I was not playing for a long time. And I got real rusty. But I'm slowly getting back into it. Okay, so he castled on the king side. I can think about bringing a knight to this square, right? So let's unpin my knight. Yeah, my only problem piece in this position is this dark squared bishop, I guess. Plus this pawn, you know, could be a target. So we'll see how awake he is. Does he notice that he's got a hole in his position here? I mean, even if he moves the queen or the rook, probably putting a knight there is a good thing anyway. He moves the rook. Okay, so knight here. And maybe I could get some pressure on this pawn. I could also, yeah, come out with the queen to put pressure on this pawn. Then I could push e4. So he's saying that it doesn't matter if I take that pawn. What's he got that's so good? He's got this one. I don't know. I have a mate threat here, but he can move this knight and my queen gets attacked. Where else could the knight move? Nowhere. So that doesn't work because the queen could take it. So he goes there with the bishop. That was his great plan. Okay, so we threaten mate first. A knight here would be like a triple fork. But it's guarded by the bishop at the moment. That's a reasonable way to protect. Okay, so let's... I suppose if I open this up, this is to allow my queen to escape. He can take that pawn because my queen will have to move. Oh well, it's the price you pay. Yeah, I was worried for a bit he might take this pawn. I wonder if that would have been better, because it undefends this knight. Might have been interesting. Now he's got two pieces hanging. He can take the knight, however. I think that solves his problems. And I should take the bishop, I guess. Not sure whether I should take the bishop or the knight. Well, I think the knight may have trouble finding a home, so let's do this. It can't go back here. These four squares are out. This is out, this is out. Here, here. It's got, this one's covered too. It's got to go here. Maybe it gets trapped there. Bishop and the queen cover these two squares and these two are occupied. Yeah, I think that worked. Pawn c4 saves. I mean, if he had played it there instead. I don't see how that saves him. Oh, because his knight can go here then. I see. Sort of hate to give up such a good knight. Maybe I'll use this to develop a bishop. So he could have just saved his knight earlier without losing a pawn. Because, yeah, the queen was behind it. Oh, what'd I do? I didn't move my queen. Oh my. Here, let's take a brief look at this. So, how was pawn forward? Was that a good move? E4, top computer choice. So I did spot a good move. And he played this. Then queen back, that's winning. And he took. And I took the bishop, that's correct. And he went there. And now I should attack with the queen this way. And pawn forward doesn't save him. Although it is one of the computer suggestions. C4 now. Queen just takes. Yeah, he didn't really have time to play C4. But I should have played queen here. That would have won. This is covered, this is covered. This is occupied, and his guy is under attack. So I didn't play that. I played this move instead, b3. I'm still winning here. I found a good move. I should take it. I did. He goes there, and now I need to move my queen. So yeah, I'd still be winning here if I moved my queen, but I wasn't. Oh yeah, at first I was thinking of taking his knight, which would have solved the problem too. But then I said that's such a good knight, I don't want to move it, and so then I developed this bishop, you know, attacking this pawn, just not noticing the threat to my queen. Okay, you're saying c4 instead of knight move. Pawn c4. Yeah, so pawn c4 doesn't work here because I just take the knight. And pawn c4 here defends his bishop, but loses this knight. So, yeah, it's possible to overlook things, as we have just observed in my play. Okay, let's try again. New opponent. You know, we're approaching territory. Oh, let's stop and see who challenged me. Alpha 11. Okay, we can play. He's pretty highly rated. So I don't know if I will manage to win this one, but we'll see. Let's see. How about the English? So he plays this setup. Yeah, my friend at the chess club, we were talking earlier about chess clubs. I have a friend at the chess club who plays that. Plays that setup against me, and I don't know what to do about it. It's a very, you know, laid back kind of setup here. Usually I have a pawn on d4, I guess, but this time I'm doing something different. Just going to trade off his dark squared bishop. Okay, I think everything's protected here, so that's okay. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I want to kick that knight. So, yeah, before playing the knight there, he probably should have moved the queen up so he could have this threat and then use that knight to distract my bishop. Okay, so he defended this pawn, and he can now push it too because he got the rook off the diagonal. I can put a knight here. Why not? Why not? So I do need to allow my bishop to come back here, so I've got to keep that line open because he can lift his queen up at any time. Let's see, I want to get my queen off the back rank. Let's keep it on a dark... Oh no, let's put it on a... Yeah, let's get it off the back rank first. I guess I have to go here to come out. And if I push this pawn, once again, he will make a threat. How about if I do this? I could push the F pawn and open up that diagonal. Yeah, let's keep these together here. He can now push his A pawn and then create a weakness over here. So anyway, my highly rated opponent here prefers simple structures, it appears, where he can use his superior positional knowledge and experience to defeat me. Look at that. Okay, so we did yeah, that's funny. If I put a rook here, then my bishop is no longer defending this pawn. So I'll leave the rook here and then lift this rook here. That's my plan. It'd be nice if I could do something about this guy. Okay, can I avoid the trade? If I go here, then he's got too much power on this square, so the answer is no. But anyway, we'll let him do the trade. If he takes the rook, I take with the bishop, I guess, because this is pinned here. If he takes the bishop, I take with the queen. Yeah, nothing but heavy pieces. Oh, that's a check. Yep. Is he just going to go for a draw here? His rook is hanging. He can check me there. I can check his king. I can check here, but I don't, that makes it hard to get back. Not sure why he's throwing in those moves. Yeah, he needs to advance with the pawn, huh? Okay, I need to get the queen out of there. This goes with check. So he's kind of forced to trade. This goes with check. Yeah, he might win this king and pawn endgame. We'll see. How many pawns have I got? It's 4 versus 4. Okay, there's that pawn. Aha, he wants to push and take advantage of the pin, huh? This defends the knight, or the rook. That one defends the rook. So I wonder. I should come back here, I guess. As long as I stay here defending the pawn, I should be okay. I mean, defending the rook. As long as I keep defending the rook, I should be okay. Well, he's not pinning the pawn anymore. So I'm just going to shuffle here and not do anything. Can't afford to have this rook leave this area. And his king can't break in, so now he's got a trick. Yes, he plays it. Now, what should I do first? Should I push? And he takes, then I go here. He goes either here or here, or I just go directly here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. He could have put his rook here, and I can't defend this pawn. He noticed. He noticed. So yeah, he can drive my king all the way over here. He's going to push. He should push. And that even defends here. So he won. No surprise, really. Okay, let's play somebody new. Play someone my own speed. Thank you for the game, Alpha Alpha. Little master class on rook and pawn endgames. Because I should have had the better endgame there. My pawns were more connected, but I just misplayed it. Probably I was too passive. That's a typical mistake I make. Okay, I think we are going to just castle here. Yeah, let's gain a tempo here, pushing the bishop around. Now, which way should this light squared bishop go? Kind of want to put it here, push this pawn forward, especially now that this has migrated over to the other side. But he'll probably push here, huh? Well, we'll start with this. Now, I can push this pawn forward, but it's not hitting anything. He pushes here. Now the knight could go there. Okay, so if I go here, what does that do? Maybe I go here, threatening to take again. I know, I'm weakening this diagonal. But my knight is safe for the moment. Let's see, I could play here. See if he trades. Yeah, then I can go here. And this will open up a diagonal for my light squared bishop. Okay. We'll take the queens off. Now, pawn here. This bishop and this bishop are both kind of not very good pieces at the moment, but I don't know if I can really exploit that. Here, maybe knight here. It's good. This is pinned because this is undefended. But I could move the dark squared bishop. Yeah, he just goes there. So I can go in here, but then he moves the rook, and then I don't have anywhere to go. So I'll go over to this side maybe. Okay, the dark squared bishop went there. I could go here. Threatens this pawn. And doesn't lose a queen this time. Very important not to lose the queen. So it's like I have an extra piece here. with his bishop all closed in behind enemy lines. Okay, he's definitely trying to break through, so that comes with a check. But I keep my one pawn advantage, and this bishop, I'm still probably going to trade it off. He's going after this pawn. Yeah, let's take this. And what else can we do here? This pawn is loose. You can push. If I push, then that one is stopped. It's a little bit under pressure, but his knights are not well placed. There, what's he going to do? Go here? Let's attack the knight. Oh, I see. He was just doing a discovered attack here. That's good. Bishop c5. Yeah, this loses a pawn. I didn't play that well. But he's offering to trade knight for bishop. And then he's hoping to get this pawn afterwards, I guess, because this will be hanging. But I have this move. Leaves my knight undefended. Oh, okay. I can't quite do it. I can pin the knight. Well, now I can pin it. So, yeah, interesting. Yo, bishop there. I don't know, I want to move the knight, but I don't know what good that does. Gets, we'll just see if this works. He's going to mate me here pretty soon, I guess. Oh, it is still pinned. It's pinned because of the mate threat. Now he's unpinned. Okay, so how am I getting out of this? How about here? Let's challenge the rook. The knight can't move with check, fortunately for me. I missed a mate. Oh, shucks. Well, we'll look at that after the game. I'll see. I'm curious what I missed. So he's just putting the rook on squares that are safe. Should have gone here. Now let's do this the right way. Let's see, if I take this rook, take the knight, and he takes the rook, I can take back. He takes the rook this way, I take back. Plays that check. I think I get mated here. I think I get mated. Do I have a check on his king? Check here. Yeah. I did. So, analysis board. You're saying I missed a mate, huh? What did he do? Oh, when he brought his rook down, probably. Rook check was mate. Rook a1 check or rook d1 check. Okay, but that's kind of a complicated mate. Mate in 3. Oh, the other rook. I was not thinking about the other rook. There it again, yeah. So yeah, starting from here, when he lifted this rook, I could have mated him in 6 there. I could have mated him in 3 here. So let's just follow through this one. This is the simplest one. Check. Oh, because my knight is guarding this square. Yeah, that's the simplest one. He just, all he can do, it says mate in 3, but he's already mated because of all he can do is throw rooks away. He can't actually stop the mate. Terrible. When I look at the graph, it shows black winning most of the game too. Anyway, that was too bad. I was going pretty good this stream. Well, we have time for a few more games. Let's go back to e4 here. Another strong player. This is some wacky defense. I don't know if it's safe to actually take this. He comes out with the queen, and I can't defend it. Let's just counterattack. Okay, so now we're getting into something like a Rui or classical. Gonna retire my bishop and keep it the light squared bishop. I want it to go here and here. Then I want this bishop to go here, maybe, or here. I haven't decided. He hasn't blocked this. Now he has. Okay, so then it goes here. YouTube stuff. Okay, so let's bring this knight out so we can unpin. Let's take this. And we'll just unpin right away. Now I can push, so he pushed first. I was going to say I can push d4 now. But he goes with e4, d5 rather. Yeah, I'm going to take that. Okay, the knight went that way. Kind of want to put a knight here, but then this pin is in effect again. Let's kick this bishop. Let's get this knight out of the way then. Then we will go, oh, I need another piece here, huh? He's attacking this pawn. That's annoying. If I push, he can take this pawn. So I go here. It is protected here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Just trade off his knight when it gets here. Kick the bishop. Move this knight. Oh, he found a way to gain even more. Maybe I should have kicked the bishop first. Okay, so if I kick the knight, he can even take here. It's ugly. Yeah, he can kick that knight again. Didn't really have a good retreat. And coming forward, he could get taken everywhere. So the queen is undefended there, and he has a check. So I should move the queen. Yeah. I mean, I could move my knight here with check, but it's a trap because he takes here with check. I mean, with a threat on his queen, but he takes here with check, and I lose my queen. So let's go here now. Kick that queen back a bit. Got a couple knights, I might as well use them. Okay, so I can take here. Let's go ahead and do that. Takes a little bit of the punch out of his this e-pawn push. And I can bring my queen over here, put some pressure on his king side. Yep. Yeah, so queen here and knight here. Looks pretty good. And this pawn needs to be kept defended because it's keeping my bishop out. Well, Frank has defended that square. That's good. He saw what I was threatening and he defended it. Now what? He's gonna push that pawn again, and then my knight will be in trouble, huh? Okay, let's get that knight out of the way then. Oh, you know, I could have taken that. Well, I am threatening now to take one of two pawns. And he's going to make a counter threat here. Oh, but that's not a... that's actually defended. It's a threat to win a pawn. If he moves the queen here, it threatens to win a pawn this way, I guess. But I don't know if it's much worse than that. And if I save the pawn, then the most he gets is 2 pieces for a rook. But actually, that's pretty good for his position. Yeah, he found that. So yeah, here's my ideas. So I move the king to the side. He takes, I take, he takes, and he's got queen and knight, queen, rook, and 2 knights. And I have queen, rook, and 1 knight. So he basically won a piece. So if I move, I can move the knight here, I guess. He's going to take here, but then I take the queen. So he'll take the knight. So I have to find a place I can move the knight where his queen can't take it. I could move it here. Then the queen moves. Queen f3. That leaves this. Oh, this is still defended in a way. Okay, we'll try queen f3. I need to make a move anyway. Couldn't quite figure out what to do here. Yeah, so he brought his rook over. Now I can do a discovered attack on his queen somehow. Let's do this first. Now I'm threatening the check here. Yes, yeah, that works, right? Did he resign or run out of time? Black timeout, he's victorious, but I'm winning here actually. Because even though this is undefended, he's got to respond to the check. He can take with the queen, and I'll take back, and he gets 2 pieces for the queen. Yes, +6. So at the point when I played queen f3, what is this? +3. So I'm actually winning here, even though I'm down the exchange. That's pretty interesting. +2, +1. Yeah, it looks like I'm winning the whole way, even though, let's go back to the moment where he actually won something. -3. Okay, yeah. So he was winning. And then he let me get my knights active. And now it's even, and then with that pawn push, it's I'm better. So yeah, nice game. Let's go back. What time is it? Oh, we got time for 1 or 2 more games. What's going on? It's not do it this way. See if this works. Normally you punch that new opponent button, it works. Okay, d4. Columbus sempre. Knight f6. Hey, maybe we'll get a Nimzo Indian. No. It's another one of these King's Indians. Oh, no, it's a Grünfeld. Well, that's okay. Grünfeld is okay with me. I do this bishop outline and knight here. So it looks like he's familiar with this line. He pinned this pawn. Why'd he do that? It's just mean. Oh, I castle. He can't take it because the knight protects it. Now, this is a point. I could kick the knight. He could go here. Let's see, 2 pieces, 2 pieces. Maybe I can step aside with the queen. Let's see. So I want to move this rook pronto so I can push this pawn forward. Maybe I'll move it here. Although moving it here or here is the usual move. Yeah, let's put it here. Keep some pressure on the B pawn. The B pawn. So the bishop can't easily move. And the other rook can come over here. Necessary. Now I push this pawn. He takes, I take back, right? I'm going to take with the bishop. I guess he can go here with the knight. Put the queen here. I guess it all works out. Yeah, this is turning into a whole lot of nothing. Oh, but I can take his queen. I wondered. I was confused. He confused me with the unexpected move. I mean, I played that whole sequence thinking when I take the knight, I'm threatening his queen. And then I sat here and thought about this move for the longest time. Oh, that's the kind of mistake I make. Well, I can take this pawn now. Hit my bishop or rook. Don't think that's enough compensation, though. Yeah, he resigned.